Hugh Hefner and his obsession with Marilyn Monroe to the point that it's disgusting.
We do need to talk about this entirely. One, Playboy wouldn't have been what it was if he didn't, the pictures were in circulation, men were gross. Men are always gross, but like they were particularly gross at that time.
Yeah.
She'd not posed for Playboy, but they bought the pictures and set it up so that it looked like she had posed for Playboy. I think she was like 18 or something in those pictures.
Yeah,
she was
young.
really young. She thought they were never like going to go anywhere. Someone had told her that they were, this would be a good step in her career. And this was before she was Marilyn. Yeah, she was desperate.
And she signed like a false name on the pictures as well, on the release form, because she didn't want it to be associated with her. So it wasn't something that she was happy about.
No.
And I feel like in these situations, you get a lot of comments being like, well, she had the pictures taken, so why should she have an issue with them being circulated? Well, she didn't give a consent for them to be in Playboy, for one. And she was never consulted about that or asked if she was okay with it.
Or paid.
Or paid, for one. And this is where... So for the history, Marilyn Monroe is on the cover of Playboy magazine, and I think this is the first Playboy.
Yeah.
So she is responsible. Yeah, she is responsible basically for Playboy doing well. Yeah. And they sold something like, I want to say 50,000 copies of Playboy.
Yeah.
Which is incredible for a first issue. Marilyn made $50 on the photo shoot.
Unbelievable.
A photo shoot that she didn't even want to do and didn't want circulated. Hugh Hefner then paid $500 for that picture, and God knows how much he must have made back from that. And she said that, this is her words, "I never even received a thank you from all those who made millions off a nude Marilyn photograph. I even had to buy a copy of the magazine to see myself in it."
Oh my
which
God.
is disgusting. But it just proves to me that like he never saw women as people, because he talks so much about how he loves Marilyn because she's the original blonde, or like the best blonde ever, because he's obsessed with blondes to a creepy extent. But he never, like, all this obsession, he never talked to her, he never asked for her consent, he never compensated her for giving him all his success, because he didn't see her as a person, he just saw her as an image that he was happy to make money off of, and it just disgusts me.
And then he's buried friggin' next to her.
I think this is the most disgusting thing.
Isn't that disgusting?
Like he's done some
gross.
awful things, but I hate this. Like, and I know, like, she's dead, like, but what an insult to her existence, to all the abuse that she like suffered throughout her life, to have like one final like kick at her grave be, we're gonna like have this man who shared your nudes without your consent, which is like a crime.
Yeah, it
should be. We're gonna let him be buried next to you
because he's rich enough and he can pay for it.
Yeah,
he can pay for the mausoleum. But like, that is so disgusting that nobody went, actually, maybe not for her memory, not for any of it. Like, I know she died a very long time ago as well, but still, it's so gross.
I feel like she's just one of those people, though, that like a lot of people still hate on her, or not necessarily hate, but have the wrong impression of her, and like don't know about the full mistreatment she had faced throughout her life. So like are just okay with this and probably praise Hugh Hefner for being like, oh yeah, you get to be buried next to one of the most attractive women of all time. What an insult to her. Like, there's no way you can be calling this man a feminist.
It's like a horror story, isn't it?
Honestly.
It's like this creepy stalker who purchases your nudes and then doesn't talk to you about it or doesn't pay you for it, but exploits you for the rest of your like short life. And then he is buried next to you and everyone's supposed to just be okay with that because what?
I find it disgusting.
Oh, I hated that fact.
Yeah, when I found that out, I was like, how vile. What a vile man.